Okay, folks, welcome back. We're looking at the mathematics test, QCA paper, 2013 calculator allowed paper. Okay, folks, thank you for joining us. I'm here with my class. Let's see what we can do on this paper. Folks, make sure you use the red pen for marking, okay? All right, let's move on to the next page now. Okay, right. Question number 1. This is a calculator paper, folks, so please have your calculator ready. Okay, right. Let's choose a nice color. Okay, right. What number is marked at A? Now, what we need to do at this particular question is look at what kind of, how we are going up from 6.7 to 6.8, 6.9. What comes next? 7.0. And then 7.1. And A will be 7.2. Okay, excellent. 7.2 is the right answer. Question number 2. At a tournament, there are 7 players in each team. There are 112 players altogether. How many teams is this? So we need somebody with a technique. Technique, please. How would we do this calculation? So, Mr. Musab.
112 divided by 7.
So what we need to do here, we need to write 112 divided by 7. We are not going to work it out ourselves. We can get our trusty calculator to help us with that answer. So let's grab a calculator, bring it across over here. And we have now 112 divided by 7 equals 16. Okay, that's the end of the first 2 questions. Okay, question number 3 now. Here are 6-digit cards. Use 4 of the cards to make this addition correct. Now, as I said to you before, the best way to do this type of question is to redraw these 2 little grids underneath. So if I draw that freehand, let's see how good that is. Hang on a second. I'm not interested in the answer at the moment. I'm just trying to go through some technique. Okay, let's try to draw another quick one. And let's put the 40 underneath. Okay, so this one here, we've copied it down here. So let's have a look what kind of numbers we can put. Now we need to get 0. If we need to get zeros then up here, that 0 actually really is not 0. It's really what representing? 10. So 2 numbers here that added will give you 10. So what should we go for? 2 numbers give you 10.
Oh, 1. Wait, no.
6 and
4.
4. Now we can't use 5 because we only got 1 5 though. Because use the number cards here. You can't use 5 and 5 because once you use the cards, 6-digit cards, because they are cards, you can't use 1 card in 2 places, can you? That's the idea. They are cards, the physical things you got to put around. So once you use the number 5, you can't use it again. Yes, wakey wakey. Okay, now I need to make 4 here now, Qasim. Qasim, a 4, I've already got 1. I need another 3 from 2 numbers. I need to make 3 from 2 numbers. So what do I use? What do we use? We use 1 and 2. So we use this card, and we use that one, and we use that one. And that's the end of the question. So it should be 16 add 24, or we can have 14 add 26. Either one will do. I'm just going to copy the 24 up in here now. So just pay attention, please, now, folks. So I'm going to copy the 24, but you can also have 14 and you could have 26. So those 2 answers will also do as well for the boxes. Okay, excellent, lovely. Now, question number 4. Let's move on now to question number 4. Now, for this kind of question, again, we need to use a calculator. It goes here, 5 calculations. Write the letter of the calculation that has the greatest answer. So we're only going to get 1 answer here that will give us the greatest answer. So let's work them out as we go along. Now we've got 12 times by 12. So 12 times by 12. Actually, some of these you should already know anyway. Minus 10. That'll give us an answer of 134. So right down here equals 134. Okay, now the next one is 13 times by 13, then minus
20.
Whoops, minus 20 equals, what do we get now?
149.
149. So far it's gone up. Okay, the next one is C, 14 times by 14. How can you do that quicker? 14 times by 14 is the same as saying 14 squared. And then minus the 40. So that gives an answer of?
That's 156.
156. Okay, now what happens? The next one now. 15 squared minus 15 times by 15. And take away 80 That gives us, now the numbers seem to be going back down again. So what was that, 145? Okay, what do you have for the last one, Mr. Mossab?
156. Oh, the last one, E.
Yeah.
96.
Okay, now if you look for the biggest one, then what do you get for the biggest one?
The biggest one is C.
Yes.
Okay, C is the right answer. 156 is the biggest answer. Okay. Write the letter of the calculation that has the answer closest to 100. Okay, now, closest to 100 would be quite easily what?
96.
96. Because 96 is how many away? It is 4 less than 100. 145 is how much away? It is 45 more than 100. 156 is how much away than 100? 56 away from 100. And 149 is?
49 away.
49 away. And 134 is? Another 34 away. So this is the closest to 100, is only 4 away. So that's the end of those two questions there. Okay, right, question number 5 now. This pictogram shows the number of ice creams the shop sold in one day. So here's the key. Here's our key. So one cone, the picture, so in this pictogram we have the cone of the ice cream represents how many ice creams? 10. So let's quickly work out how many ice creams we have for each, for vanilla for example. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40. How do we interpret half a shape?
5.
So that'll be how many altogether?
45.
45. 10, 20, 30 and half a cone, which will give us 35. 10, 20, 30, 40.
50.
So these numbers help us to answer the questions. Now, it says that how many more chocolate than strawberry? So chocolate was how many, was calculation? Chocolate was 50 and the strawberry was 35. How many more means take them away? 50 taken with 35 is equal to?
50.
Excellent. Next question. How many ice creams were sold all together? What do we do for that?
You add
That's all of them.
Add them all up. It's a nice, quick, easy calculation. It's probably easy to do it by head, by pen and paper method, then by thingy. And that gives us an answer of?
130.
Excellent. Nice, easy marks here, folks. Add them up. So this part here goes there. Okay, here are 4 lines A, B, C, and D. Which 2 lines have a total length of 18 centimeters? And the answer is A and C, or that's the same thing really. A and C, or there's another possibility.
D and B.
C and
D.
D. So you can either have C and A or C and D. Okay, next. Because use a ruler and draw a line 3 centimeters longer than line B. So the line, yours line should be, how long should it be?
10 centimeters.
10.5 centimeters long. How that is. You need to draw a line 10.5 centimeters long. And that's the end of that question. Right, here we go. It says that books are 25p each at a car boot sale. Alfie wants to buy 12 books. He only has £2.35. How much more money does Alfie need? So, what we need to work out the difference between the cost of the books and the amount of money that he has. So let's have a look at that particular question. So the idea is, so it's going to be cost of the books minus the amount of money he has.
What?
Okay, so he wants to buy books 25p each. How many of them wants to buy? 12 of them. How much money does he have? £2.35. How much more does he need? So he's short. Yeah, so you got to work out how much the book's going to cost minus how much he has, and that will tell you how much extra he needs. Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
So let's work out the cost of the books. Now, let's look at a calculation, please, folks.
I know.
So now to work out the cost of the books, go on, Mr. Sab.
You multiply them.
What do you do?
You multiply 12 by 25.
Okay, 12 by 25. Okay. If you do 12 times by 25, remember this is in pence. What about the cost of, how much does he have?
£2.35.
You have to change that into pence then.
Okay,
So what do you do?
£3.
235. £2.35 times by 100 is 235, isn't it?
Yeah.
What kind of answers you guys give me?
2.5.
Random answers.
I did 2.35.
Okay, now what we're going to do now, we're going to put this calculation into the calculator and see what the calculator comes up with. Let's move it to one side. So we can use brackets here as well. as we've set up in the question 12 times by 25, close the bracket, minus 235 equals, and that gives us an answer of 65 pence. Okay, now because they haven't given us a unit, we can say the answer is,
65p.
or we can put the answer as
0.65
0.65 pounds. So any of those two answers will be lovely. Okay. Right, are we happy with that question? Now, okay, now, I'll be happy with the idea because we're going to work at the cost of the books, and because we know that's more than how much money he has, we have to work out the difference. So the cost is more, and the money he has is less, so you have to make out the difference. That's how I wrote the idea down. Let's move on to the next question now. Question number 8. Question number 8 goes right in the missing number. Something divided by 11 is 17. Now, what did we say before? We said that if you want to work out the missing number, we have to do opposites.
So 17.
Hang on, you grab the divide by 11 from here.
Take it to the
Oh, hang on, let's put it on top of the number. Give me 1 second. Let me just undo that.
11 divided.
Hang on a second. Let me grab the divide by 11 properly. Without going properly. Opposite divide by 11 is?
Times by.
Yeah, I was about by divide then. Time by 11. Opposite divide by 11 is time by 11. Lovely. Now, so the box will be equal to, here's the box, is equal to 17 times by 11. And then the box is equal to what?
187.
Okay, let's have a look. And the answer for that should give us 187. Excellent.
I don't know.
And what you could do is if you want to just check it, just type in 187 divided by 11 should give you 17. So opposite divide is time. When we change sign, we change sign. End of question number 8. Question number 9 now. These are the opening times at Black Tower Castle. Monday, closed. Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How many hours is the castle open on Saturdays? So Saturday, this one here. So we've got to work out the time between 10 and 6.
8.
So, hang on a second, let's show how we do it. So here's 10, here's 12, and here's 6. So what we do now, just quickly, if you want to do it on the timeline, 10 to 12, how many hours is there? 2.
8.
And 12 to 6, how many hours is there? 6. So altogether, what Mr. Kamal said, first of all, I just want to show the method. Okay, that gives you 8. Lovely. It says that Alfie arrived at the castle at 5 p.m. on a Thursday. How long could he stay before closing time? So Thursday, which means that we need to be looking at which time? Tuesday to Friday, which includes Thursday. So it closes at 6:30. So 5 p.m. Oops, 5 p.m. please. 5 p.m. to all the way to 6:30. That's nice and easy. 5 to 6 is 1 hour. 6 to so it'll be 1.5 hours.
I think 1 hour 30 minutes.
Okay, let's 1 hour and 30
minutes.
30 minutes. You can write 1.5 hours. Well, that's also okay. But 1 hour 30 minutes is better for our kind of SATS on paper. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here is a set of 20 squares around a shaded space. What is the area of the shaded space? Now, because we're counting them in squares, what do we get? What do you get for that one?
You get 11.
11 squares. Nice, lovely answer. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squares. Okay, done. Lovely. Question number 11. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Give me a moment. Question number 11. 5 children took part in a chess competition. They each played 6 games. So 6 games is the how much played each. This table shows how many games each child won, drew, or lost. How many children drew more games than they lost? So drew more than lost. Let's have a look. So 3 is it more than 2? Yes?
No.
Okay. Is 2 more than 2? No. Is 3 more than 0?
Yeah.
Yes. Is 0 more than 2?
No.
5 more than 1?
Yeah.
So how many is altogether?
3.
3 children. Lovely.
I don't have one.
Okay, each child scores 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and no points for loss. Who scored the most points? Okay, what do you get?
Chen. Chen. Luna. Chen boy. Jonah.
The answer is Chen. Okay, now let's see why. Let's work it out. So it says that 2 points for a win. So 3 wins, 3 times by 2 is 6. And how many points for a draw? 1. 3 times by 1 is 3. So 6 add 3 and get nothing for a lose. 6 add 3 and nothing is equal to 9. Okay, now Alfie won 1, so he got how many points? 3. 3 times by 1 is 3. And nothing there. 3 add 3 add nothing is equal to 6. Okay. 2 wins. 2 times by 3 is 6. 2 draws. 2 times by 1 is 2. That's nothing. 6 add 2 is 8. 4 wins. What's 4 times by... Okay. What's 4 times by 3?
7. 12.
Okay, hang on a second.
12.
4 times by 3 is 12. No, it's 2 points for a win.
2 points.
That's 8. 8. 4 times by 2 is 8, isn't it? And then that's 0 draws, that's 0. Okay, so it goes 1 point for a draw. He hasn't got any draws. How many lost? Note. That gives you 8. 0. 5 times by 1 is 5, and that's nothing. So the answer is that one of the highest scorers is Chen. Okay, who got Chen? Put your hand up.
Jenny.
Okay, come on. That's all you have to do. You get to work at the points. Excellent, well done, folks. Right. Is there any more to that question? 11. Is there more at the bottom?
No.
That's the question.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, the question number 12. Here are 3-digit cards. Remember, digit cards mean you can only use them once because it's a physical card. Okay, use this card once to make these statements true or correct, say. Let's agree. Now, 46 is less than what number? 46 is less than 62. 56 is more than 50. 76 is less than. The numbers can only go in those particular places. Nowhere else. That's it. You gotta get all 3 of them right to get 1 mark. Well done, Dragan. Well done. Thanks. Okay, question number 13. Okay, here's a part of a temperature scale. What is the temperature shown at A? Hang on a second. Let's have a look at how you work this out. So 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7 degrees centigrade. Minus 7. What temperature is 20 degrees higher than A? So let's have a look. Minus 7 plus 20. Put that into your calculator, and that gives us an answer of 13. Well done. 13 degrees centigrade is the answer. Thank you very much under those questions. Okay, question number 14. Here are 5 number discs. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Look at the cross pattern below. Use each disc once, so the total across is the same as the total down. So the same total coming down and the same going up. So let's have a look at some possible answers that we could have had here. So under the 5, you could have a 1. For example, 5, 1, and then we have under 1 is 7. What total is that?
13.
13. We're going to make it the other way. So 9 add 1 is add the 3. So that's one possible solution. Or we could have had 5 on the top, 9 underneath, 3 over here, or 1 over here, and 7 over here. And that will give you a total of 17 then in each one. Okay? So any of those 2 particular ones, if you got the wrong answer, put the right answer in there, please, right underneath. And you got to get them all right to get 1 mark. So if you didn't get them all right, give yourself a 0.
This is my first one.
Okay, Megan wants to fill a bucket with water. A bucket holds 6 liters. A jug holds 500 liters. How many jugs of water does Megan need to fill an empty bucket? Now, first of all, we have to change liters into milliliters. How do we do that?
Times it by 10.
Times it by
100.
1,000. So 6 times by 1,000 is equal to
6,000.
6,000 milliliters. That's the size of the bucket.
Whoa.
Now, the jug holds how much? So what do we do those two numbers to work out how many?
6,000.
We want to see how many 500 is fit into 6,000. So we do 6,000 divided by 500, and the correct answer will give us an answer of. Well done. 12. Okay, right. Ready to move on to the next question? Okay, question number 16. Write in the missing number. So this number, take away this missing number here, will give you 76.88. Now, if you want to work out that question, what can we do instead? We take this bit over here, and we take this number over there. So the calculation will now look like 164.5. This is plus, by the way, it becomes minus when you throw it over. Oops. 76.88 is equal to the box. And the box will now be positive because it was minus, become plus at the side. So we are now trying to solve the equation by making the box the subject. So we have 164.5 minus 76.88. And what will that give us an answer of?
87.62.
87.62. We don't say 62.
Oh yeah, after the
Because that's incorrect.
You don't pronounce it as the 10 or stuff.
So the answer that goes here is 87.62.
Yeah.
That's our answer, and that's the end of that question. Okay. Question number 17. A shop sells jars of honey and honey dippers. No, diapers or something else. Quiet. Okay, jar of honey and honey dipper. Chen bought 3 jars of honey and a dipper. The total cost was £5.40. The dipper cost 75p. How much did each jar of honey cost? So let's set that up as an equation. Let's set it up. So hang on a second. So 3 jars. So we said 3 jars of honey. Now the honey, we're going to represent that in algebra by H. So 3 times H, just to make it a bit more simpler. And then we added how many dippers?
75.
How many dippers is by? 1 dipper. So the dipper cost how much? 75. And what was the total cost altogether? Now we don't put £5.40 in there, we have to put in how much there? 540, because we're using pence in the calculation. So you've got to make sure that your units are consistent. So for example, if you use 75p in the calculation, then we must use 540p as well in the calculation, okay? Not £5.40, because you're 2 different units. Now, so we've set up the equation. Let's see who can remember how we solve this equation. We have 3h plus 75 is equal to 540. Okay, hang on a second. Hand off a second. Zainab, remember we've done solving equations. 1 step, 2 step, 1 step. Go on. What's that?
So,
First of all, we start at the h. We look at what's the first action, which is time by 3. It's called the first action. And the second action is plus 75, second action. Now, what we've done now so far, we have identified the actions. Now, Qasim, when we solve it, which action do we move first? Do we move the first action first or the last action first?
Last action.
Well done. Okay, we always move the last action first. So the plus 75 comes over. Then what's 540 minus 75? Okay, so we have now 3h is equal to 540 minus 75, which gives us an answer of
465.
465.
465.
Hang on a second.
I'll calculate it, everybody.
Okay, 465. Thank you, Kamal. Thank you very much. Right, next line. Now, Zainab, opposite time by 3. Now you move that last. Opposite time by 3 is? Divide by 3. So we got now the height, sorry, not height. The honey is equal to 465 divided by 3, which is?
155.
155 pence. Now we can write the answer back in here. We can write it as pounds if we want to, but that will have to be £1.55. Or we could write down the original answer, but you must put the correct units, which is pence. If you write down 155 pence, that's fine, but you must write pence. If you write the answer £1.55, you must put the symbol pounds. So you must write the correct symbol with it, not just the number. They're not interested in number. Number plus symbol will give you the mark. Are we happy with that, folks? Yeah? So let's move on to question number 18. Okay, question number 18. Okay, now, if you want to work out what these missing numbers are, we can do the reverse question. We can do 2001 opposite of time by something with a 9 in it is divide.
2
And that will give you an answer with something. Hang on a second, calm down. No. So we have to try different. We have to now do trial and improvement and put different digits in here to help us get an answer. Now, if you get a calculator, move it to one side. The start of the calculation. So 2001 we divided by. Now, what number do you reckon we should start with first?
19.
Nice big number. Yeah, nice big digit.
1900.
Okay, let's start with 5. 5 in here, 59. I'm choosing a digit for here. What are you guys talking about? 59. Put 5 in here becomes 59. So let's try 5. So we're going to try 5 in there. So the calculator back up. Let's see what this gives us. And that gives us an answer of 33.9. That's not the right answer. So now let's change the 5 into a 6. Going up. Bigger numbers. Because we've got to get a 2-digit answer. Can't choose small numbers. Okay, let's try 6 now. Let's do 2001 divided by Zainab 69. So we're trying 69 now. Oh wow, and that gives us the correct answer, which is
29.
so let's put it in there. So we got to put here now 6 does work in here, and that gives an answer of. So that didn't work, and that was good. So this is called trial and improvement. Trial and improvement. Okay. So you can have it the other way around as well. You could say,
269.
yeah, so the answer I'm going to put here is 69 and 29. Or you can have 29 here and 69 there. So any of those two sets of answers will give you the correct answer and give you the full 1 mark. Okay. Now, question number 19 is a bit difficult for me to draw. I'm going to pause the video and give you the answer in a second. Okay, folks, this is what the answer should look like for question number 19. I've overlaid it onto the answer over here. So there's the original question, and there's the answer should look like that. Okay, thank you, folks. Okay, right. Question number 20 says calculate this calculation. So let's put it exactly as we see it into the calculator. So can we use brackets, please, folks? Where they'll use brackets. So 47.9 add 71.8. Have you done this, Qasim? Have you done it? Okay, right.
Yeah, but I did it.
You did it, yeah? So that's okay. Divided by 6.65. Oops, I done 6 there. 6.65 times by 2. Close the brackets. And that gives us an answer of
6.9.
9.
What? 9?
9.
9.
So 9 is the final answer for that question.
Yeah, on your phone it said 6, 9.
Okay, right, let's get back to question number 21. I think we had some very technical problems from the students' calculators, or they didn't put brackets and that's why they didn't get the right answer. But the right answer is 9. Okay. Question number 21 now. Question number 21. Calculate the size of angle P in the diagram. Not to scale is very important, which means don't measure, don't use a protractor. That's what it means.
Why?
Because it's not to scale, it's just a sketch. Now what we need to know, that in this particular question, we have a point there, and these angles are all the way around a point. Angles around a point always add up to 360 degrees. So if we were to start, for example, from here and go all the way around, we'd end up with 360 degrees. Okay, let's undo that last line there. Calculate the size of angle P. So we now know, now what's the angle there, the little square? What's the little square mean? 90 degrees. That represents 90. So let's have a look at how many degrees we have so far. So we have 50, 50. And we have 90. And we have 50. Again. And then we have the angle. Which angle do we have now? P is what we've got to work out. And then what's it all equal to? 360. This is called forming an equation. So all of these angles add up to 360. Now, What's 50 at 50?
100.
100 at 90 is?
190.
So 190.
So I know what
Our answer at the P will give us an answer of 360. Now, so Mr. Musab, what do we do next? We
change it
grab the plus 190.
and change it to a minus.
It is a plus. Opposite adding is?
Take away. Take away.
Okay, so now we can say quite confidently that the P will be equal to 360 minus the 190, which will give us an answer of
150. 150. No, only 160. Oh,
170.
Okay.
I calculated.
Okay, right. Please calm down. So the answer will give you final answer is 170. Let's put it over here.
36, right?
170 degrees. That is all the calculation we need to do. If you haven't got this stuff down, can you please copy it all down as I've done it now? That's what you're supposed to be doing, not daydreaming or sleeping through the question. Okay, I'm going to pause the video there for a second, give you time to catch up. Okay, question number 22. A shop sells rolls of wire. Roll A and roll B. Or we can say roll A. Okay, two rolls A and B each have 45 meters of wire on them. The wire roll A is cut into 1.25 meter lengths and that one's cut into 2.25. How many more lengths of wire are cut from roll A than roll B? So let's work it out. So we start off with, let's look at A now. We start off with what? 45 meters. And roll A is divided into 1.25 meters. Now, because they're both in meters, we don't have to change any units. They're consistent. So we now need to use a calculator to work out 45 divided by 1.25. Whoops, what happened there? 1.25. What's going on? And that gives us an answer of?
36.
Okay, the first part is equal to 36. So that gives you 36 lengths. Now, let's change color and let's do B now. Now, how long is roll B? Also, 45 meters. But this time we are dividing into how many lengths? 2.25, not 2.25. I told that before, don't say 2.
I keep saying
Yeah, you need to stop saying that. That's mathematically incorrect. 45 divided by 2.25 equals,
20.
so that gives you now 20 lengths.
20 and 26.
Okay, now who's told you to add them?
No, minus.
Because how many more lengths? So for that calculation, we need to minus them.
And that
So
was
36 minus 20 is
16.
equal to,
16. 16.
and that's the end of those two questions. Thank you, folks. Okay, right, we're about to record now, folks. Okay, 36 and 64 are both square numbers. They have a sum of 100. Find two square numbers that have a sum of 130. Now let's write down first of all a couple of square numbers first of all. So 1 times by 1 is 1. 2 times by 2 is
2.
4, not 2. And 3 times by 3 is
6.
9. Thank you. Whoa. Okay, 4 times by 4 is 16. And then we have 25, 36, 49. Okay, and then we have 64. Okay, any more of that? 9 times by 9 is?
81.
10 times by 10 is?
90.
10 times by 10 is?
100.
Okay, so we got to get a sum of 130. So let's have a look at what numbers we could use to make 130 from these. Well, we can't use 100 or anything, can we?
No.
Okay, we can't use 100 because there's nothing else which is 30. Now let's have a look at the numbers. 25 looks a bit small. What about 25 and 81? Could you make? No, that will give you 106. No, that's not good. Okay, if you use 81, how much more would you need with 81 to make you 130? How much more do you need? Work out the calculator. Do 130 minus 81. Let's try that.
I don't have a calculator.
Okay. Right. Those who have a calculator.
Here's one.
Yeah.
Done.
What's the answer?
49.
49. There we go.
I got it.
So we can have this one and
that one.
so 81 add 49 will give us 130. Well done. Or We could even use a number that I haven't included yet. 121 and 9. That's 11 squared. So you could use either 81 and 49, or you could use 121 and 9. That's the second possible answer set. Okay. Question number 24 now. 364 is a multiple of 7, but not a multiple of 3. Okay. Okay, hang on 1 second. 364 is a multiple of 7, but not a multiple of 3. 384 is a multiple of 3, but not a multiple of 7. Find the number between 364 and 384 is both a multiple of 7 and a multiple of 3. Okay, so 364. So if you were to try some of the numbers, okay, so what numbers would you try? So we have to do like a trial and improvement method. So we could try some of the numbers. For example, what could we try? Try 366, yeah, and we can try, for example, 369. So we divide them both by 3 and then divide it by 7. Okay. Now, or what we could do, we could just divide them by 21. That will give you another way of working out whether it will work. So we can try some numbers. So you divide them by 3, divided by 7, and stuff, 369, 372. So you can actually go up, for example, in the 7 times table and check it both for whether it works or not. Try a few different numbers, and hopefully we'll get to the right number. So 375. The next one we try,
378.
and then 381,
What?
and 3, for example, 64. We could also try that as well, which we missed out earlier.
How about 378?
371.
What's 378?
And 378 and 385. So these are the numbers we're going to try, and the right answer is
378.
378.
Ooh.
Okay, lovely. That's fun. Okay. Okay, question number 25. Megan asked children from 2 different schools, how do you travel to school? Here are her results. Okay, Foxwood School, 80 children. And Midtown School, 240 children. I think the question for this actually is now on the next page. That's actually going to be a bit difficult for us to do, have load both pages at the same time. But we'll try our best. Okay, now. So Megan says the number of children walking to Foxwood School is more than the number walking to Midtown School. Walking, let's have a look. So walking is half of 80. So let's have a look. Have you got, who got this far?
Me.
Okay, please don't try to chew the pens. Okay, for the first one, if you look at Foxwood, yeah, we don't know how many other students have been chewing the same pen. It's not very healthy. Foxwood. Now, Foxwood, if you look at the diagram, walking was half the pie chart. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and half of how many children? 80. It's 80 children altogether, and half of them went walking. 80 divided by 2 is? 40 children went what? Went walking from Foxwood. Okay, good. Next one. The next school is? What's the next school? Midtown School. In Midtown School, the walking was only a quarter. But the number here was not 80, it is the how much? 240. So we got to work out now 240, a quarter of 240. So we get 240, we divide it by 4. Okay, 240 divided by 4 will give us an answer of?
60.
Okay, whoops. Okay.
So would the answer yes or no?
Hang on, I'm doing the work out first. So the answer is 60. If she said the number should go into Foxwood is more, and the answer is no.
Yes.
Answer is no. Why is it no? Because Foxwood only had 40 children walking, whereas Midtown had 60 children walking. So we're not looking at we look at the numbers that's represented by this half and by the quarter. So that's done. Lovely. Are we happy with that now?
Yes.
Okay, next. At Midtown School, 1/3 of the children travel by car. The number of children who cycle is the same as the number who go on the bus. How many children cycle to Midtown School? Now, let's start working it out. Now, we've just worked out earlier we said that the walking, how many children walk?
Wait.
So the walking was how much? Which is worked out, the walking was 60.
Yep.
Okay?
8.
So walking is 60. Okay, and they just said that the car, the people who go by car is 1/3. Yeah? So we're going to work out a third of 240. A third of 240.
3 children.
What's a third of 240?
80.
80. So how many go by car? 80. Okay, what about cycle? What is it about cycle? The number of children who cycle is the same as the number who go on the bus. So these two are both the same now. Okay, and they say they work out how many cycle. So what's walking plus car? So 60 plus 80 is
Wait, 140.
140. So this is represent, these two represent 140. How much is left from 240 then?
240.
So we have 240 minus the 140 that we just counted. 240 minus 140 is 240 minus 140 is 100. Because bus and cycle are the same size. So it'll be 100 then divided by 2 to work out how much in each section, because they both have the same rating. So 100 divided by 2 will give us an answer of, okay,
50.
50.
Is that right?
Answer.
50.
Is that right?
Okay. Hang on 1 second.
I think that.
Okay, so the answer for that one will be 50 children. Okay, that's the end of the paper. Is that right? End of the paper, folks?
Yeah.